Hi, this is Elena, and this is video number 4 in my latest series. Now, today's topic is the law of attraction and how we can use that to attract literally everything that we want in our life. Now, I don't know if you've heard about a movie that came out a few years ago called The Secret, and that was the first time when I was actually introduced to the law of attraction. And I didn't pay that much attention to it. I watched the movie, I, kind of got the idea of what it was about, but honestly, it was something that I just didn't believe in at the time. And then I actually came across the book again. I downloaded it on Audible. I love audiobooks, by the way. I think it's an awesome way of learning, especially when you're short of time. I love reading, that's one of my passions, but so often I've got so many balls that I juggle in the air that, I love to listen to any kind of topic that interests me whilst I'm out walking, whilst I'm doing the dishes, whilst I'm doing the laundry. Something that, is important to me, yet I can fit with my other schedule. So if you haven't used Audible or any other kind of audiobooks, it's awesome. It's something that is really, really worth the price. And anyhow, I'm by no means like trying to gain anything of it. It's just something that I really think is amazing. So hence why I'm recommending it. And anyhow, so the topic about the law of attraction. Now, once I started listening to the book, The Secret, I've actually listened to it, oh my goodness, I don't know, countless times now. And what it simply, what the author and what a lot of people, including myself, believe in and share with everyone else out there, is that the law of attraction is that everything that you set your mind to attracts everything that happens in your life, whether that's negative thoughts, whether that's positive thoughts. That's what happens in our life. And the more I started listening to it, the more I started believing in it, the more I realized that so many things in my life happened because of the way that my thoughts were channeled. And once I changed my vision, once I changed how I see things in life, how I see my thoughts, and once I changed my thought process, literally unbelievable things happened in my life. And I'm not talking about, it doesn't have to be the necessarily belief that you will only need to rely on external sources and power for everything to happen in your life. That's not what I'm saying. Yes, you have to make the effort to get to where you want to be, but believing that there will be a way for you to get there is the crucial part. Now, I started really small. And believe it or not, this is a really funny story. Now, there was something mentioned in the book about how if you don't believe in it, just start small. Set your mind as something really teeny tiny, like imagining a feather, really seeing that feather in front of you, how that feather looks, and what it exactly what is its shape like, how long it is, all those kind of things, and like really see it in your mind. And then sooner or later, you will come across that particular kind of feather. And I remember when I started using the law of attraction, I thought, okay, well, let's start with something small. Let's start with a feather then. So I set my mind on oh my God, I can't even remember what that bird is called now in English. But anyway, it's kind of like a pheasant kind of bird that, really opens up its tail, and it's got this amazing, huge, really bright tail with really colorful feathers. And then, those kind of birds you can only see in the zoo or in safari park, or if you intentionally go into one of those places, it's not a bird that you can see just walking around on the street. And I thought, okay, well, let's imagine that kind of feather. And I really I closed my eyes in my mind. I really pictured the colors of the feather, the shape of it. And I thought, okay, well, this is what I'm seeing. This is what the feather that I want to find and see. And I kind of just I imagined it, really engraved it in my brain, and I just let go of the thought. And I knew then that I had no intentions of going to a safari park or going to the zoo in the forthcoming months. So it was kind of like my own self-doubt not self-doubt, but at the time I just thought, okay, I really don't have anything planned to go to places like this. So this will be a real test to see whether it works. And funny enough, like quite a few months later, I was back home in Bulgaria, and my father-in-law decided to take us all to a fish restaurant. And this fish restaurant is based on a river. And those kind of birds are, again, in my country, seen or found and only in places like zoos, again, safari parks, etc., etc. And I was there with my kids, and it is a very secluded place. I mean, it's literally in the middle of nowhere. It's in the middle of it's like in between villages, and it's in the middle of the forest, right next down to the river. And we sat down, we had our dinner, and then me and my kids decided to go out and explore, like, the surrounding area. And we went to the back of the restaurant, and there was this huge bird cage full of all those birds. And I was gobsmacked. It wasn't a place that I ever thought in a million years that I would ever see a bird like this, because it's so rare, it's so unnatural, and it's just not a part of a restaurant. It turned out later on that the owner was, a huge fan of those kind of birds, so they were kind of his pets. But I just stood outside the cage, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing, because I thought, like, I kind of expected that I would have to seek, literally, that I would have to go and seek out that kind of feather, to find it. And that's what, the law of attraction is not about. The law of attraction states that if you really believe in something and achieving in something, God and the universe will find a way to deliver it. You don't have to question the how. All you have to believe in is that the possibility of it turning itself in front of you is there. And it doesn't have to be something material, something that you can touch and feel. It could be anything. It could be, I don't know, getting rid of illness, in terms of like really concentrating on the part that you're healthy, that you're strong, imagining what your body looks like, imagining what your health looks like, imagine what your house looks like, and all those kind of things. And this is still something that I'm working on. I believe this is something that we should all keep seeing in our life. And the reason why I so strongly believe in this is because, let's face it, believing in the opposite will never lead us anywhere. Believing in the fact that you are trying to do something thinking you are failing, that you are setting yourself for a failure, is not the way to go towards your goals. Going towards something thinking you suck, you're not good at this, you're not good enough, and all those kinds of things will not lead you anywhere apart from all the places that you've already been, all the places of the negative mind, all the places of the self-doubt, all the places of the negative self-talk, and all those kind of things. So explore that a little bit more. Try to, research on Google, God bless Google. It's out there. And as bad as it might be, for certain things, just research the law of attraction. And I use that a lot with my clients. And believe me, the results are absolutely incredible. Because really, once you set your mind to it, it's inevitable that is not going to happen. But again, I'm not saying just sit there and really don't do anything about it. But I think it's once you plant the seed of something in your mind, God and the universe find a way to deliver that to you. But you also program yourself a little bit more for the possibility of how your life might change once you get there and achieve this. Whether it's a feather, whether it's a new body shape, whether it's something, whether it's a new car, whether it's new pair of shoes, there is always a way. And another example, very short example, how that I can give you, and I'm going to close to that because I don't want to go on for too long. Me, my husband, and the kids went away on holiday to Greece. Now, Greece is very close to Bulgaria, and we went there by car. And it's literally like 2.5 hours journey, but still it's another country, although it's so close. And one day the weather was really horrible, and we decided that, we couldn't go to the beach, so let's go and explore the nearest town. We all sat in the car. We all put our seatbelts on. Next thing was like my husband turned the key and the car wouldn't start. And he just looked at me. I was like, oh shit. Like in all the places that this could have happened, it had to happen in another country. My first thought was like panic. It was like, oh my God, what are we going to do now? It's like, you're thinking about all the things like, okay, we have to call for someone to tow us to the border. And then we have to call for someone to tow us away from the border, to the place where we live, where my in-laws live. And it was like, just like you're thinking about all those kind of, really bad scenarios in your head. And you feel like there is no way out, panic sets in and you just don't see the way out. And my husband got really annoyed. Obviously, like we all undid our seatbelts, got out of the car, and I just thought, shit, Elena, what the hell are you doing? Panic is not going to get you anywhere. So I just sat down, closed my eyes, and I thought, this is not a problem. The car is fine. The car is starting, and everything you have to see is like you have to be in present tense. So you have to see it as working right now. I just thought, it's fine. The car is starting. The car works perfectly. And then I just really allowed myself to calm down, and that was it. And then a few minutes later, my husband came around and I said, well, actually, let me try something. And he did a few things. I don't know anything about cars. And the car started. And, you can turn to me and just say, Elena, it's not the law of attraction. It needs to be what your husband did. And yes, if it hadn't been for him, I don't know. I don't want to think what might have happened. I don't want to think of it in the negative way. But God and universe, I believe that the God and universe at the time sent a message to how, to how he could fix it. Because my husband's got a golden pair of hands. He can do so many things. And, once the panic probably, got out of his brain, he found a way how to fix that. And again, to me, that was another clear sign. And to me, it was a very clearly delivered message. This video guy is, might completely turn you away from me and say, like, you're crazy. You're talking about, stuff that I really don't believe in. And that's fine, but I always say, like, try to open your mind for the possibilities that are out there. Having an open mind to something different that can really change your life. It's a life turning point. And you just never know where it might take you. And for me, it really was. And it's something that proves me that, life is worth living in a really positive way and in the belief that anything is possible. So, all my love, I really hope this had helped you. And, stay tuned. One more message is coming tomorrow. And, just love, guys. Love. Love is out there. And God is out there. The universe is out there really to help you. And if you ever have doubts about this, I strongly believe, as I said in yesterday's message, everyone is here because of a certain purpose. Even if you've experienced something really bad in your life, there is a reason behind it. I hope it really helped. Lots of love again. See you tomorrow. Bye.